Mr. Koimburi is an auditor, an author, a consultant and researcher of accounting and management. He has over 40 years of experience in audit, accounting, financial management, and capacity building to private, government, and public sectors. Owen Koimburi is the founding partner of Koimburi and Associates Certified Public Accountants in Kenya. His area of specialization are business restructuring, company administration, consulting, and assurance. Before his entry into public accountants practices and audit, Mr. Koimburi was a senior lecturer of accounting, auditing, and taxation at the Kenya Leadership Center. He is an examiner of accounting courses for Kenya Accounting and Secretaries National Examinations Body. He has also been a tutor of the FCPA International Financial Reporting Standards Diploma at the KCA University, Nairobi. Mr. Koimburi is a past member of Kenya's representative through ICPAK to the International Federation of Accountants, that is IFAC, Development Nations Committee. Mr. Koimburi also served as a member of International Standards in Accounting and Reporting of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. He has also facilitated many courses nationally and internationally. Mr. Koimburi has been a convener of the Professional Standards Committee of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants, as well as a practitioner development committee of ICPAK. Mr. Koimburi has been involved in major assignments on audit, financial management, and due diligence with bilateral and multilateral aid agencies like the World Bank, USAID, DFID, and the EU. This morning, Mr. Koimburi is here with us to make his keynote presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Mr. Koimburi.
Good morning all, and thank you for that introduction. Vice Chancellor, the faculty members, students, esteemed participants, I am here to give a keynote address on value-based management. And I just want us to focus, I come from an accounting background, as you have heard, but I want to make a personal statement here that I'm a cooperator from birth. What do I mean by that? I grew up in a country, in a society here in Kenya, where our parents were farmers, peasant farmers. So cooperative movement has been our area and supplier of financial services and support. I myself have lived all my life, working life with cooperatives and supporting them, and I've educated my children from cooperative loans and that many others. So I call myself a cooperator, in my blood. That's what I call myself. But we are going to look at how is value-based management and what does it mean for cooperative movement. And what we're going to focus on is to look at the areas where the cooperatives, together with their shared values that we know and we have already referred to them, and strong governance structures, and engaging the members, and of course the ethics ethical valuations and conduct can transform societies. And this is what we will be looking at in terms of how can we use the cooperative values and principles to transform our societies, not just in agriculture, but in just about everything else. I will then look at slide number 2, and to define value-based management. What does it mean? And I was here about a year ago when I launched my book on value-based management as a proposition for cooperative societies. Now, when you talk about value-based management, we look at measurements of businesses, organizations, beyond the financial metrics. When you talk about financial metrics, we talk about balance sheet, the strength of the balance sheet, but we also look now as value-based approach. What other factors can we bring in? And here we look at how can we embed the cooperative values in management to transform organizations, societies, even nations in terms of leveraging on those principles that we hold dearly as cooperators. And how do we also use long-term sustainability? And this is one of the key platforms of this workshop, this symposium, is about sustainability. How can we use the principles of cooperatives for long-term sustainability and societal impact? What is the importance of cooperatives in Kenyan society today? I think we know all that. I don't need to go, but just for our recap, cooperatives have been used, will be useful for enhancing food security. Just about everything else, especially the subsistence crops in this country and major part of East Africa and Africa, and even Asia and other countries, is cooperatives are involved in agricultural production and food security. So cooperatives are very, very vital for food security in our continent and even globally. The second importance is empowering women and youth through cooperatives. And there are very many businesses that will be very much amenable to cooperative values that we already know about them. The third aspect, which is very key as far as cooperative societies are concerned, is accessing financial services and inclusive economic growth. Just about everybody who has a salary, mainly in this country, let me talk about this country, although I've also been to other countries where the cooperatives are very strong. Israel, for example, India, Spain, that is where most of the very strong cooperatives are coming from. And this is a concept, of course, that was imported to us. So financial services, even in this country, most of us borrow through the cooperative societies. And then finally, to enhance access to healthcare. There are quite a number of other cooperatives that have been set up to assist us in accessing health services. I thank you.